to do childhood food memories today. I know you saw the intro and I've searched everywhere. The butchers I went to the supermarket, no toads anywhere. Toad in the hole, it's a weird name, I know. People from abroad are thinking, what the hell's he talking about, toad in the hole? It's an English weird name, and we've got a lot of weird names, like, what's those called, with horseback, pigs in horseback with a bacon wrap around it, spotted dick, some weird names, I know. Anyway, I'm gonna do a toad in the hole. It's a bit weird, I know. It's a batter with sausages. We're gonna brown the sausages first and we're gonna make a lovely onion gravy with it, serve it with some peas. First of all, we're gonna get the oven up. Let's get it going to about 190. Right. Get the sausages out. I'm going to do some Cumberland sausages. I'm going to get it up to heat. While it's getting up to heat, we're going to put some oil in here, just to layer the bottom really. Not too much, not too little. You can just see a little bit. The Cumberland sausages. Lovely flavour. Cumberland, up by the borders of Scotland, if nobody knows. Let's put it in. You've got to get this shimmering hot, the oil. No good if it's like lukewarm. You've got to see it shimmering. It's got to be almost not burning, but shimmering. Sausage is what we're going to do. Fry them a little bit with some onions. We're going to baste that up. Anyway, we'll start that first. Then when the onions are going with the sausages, I'll do the batter mixture. Let me just get the... Okay, we get everything going. I'm going to show you a little bit of the things we're going to use. Flour, milk, some oil we use for the casserole, 3 eggs, a few mixed herbs. You can use anything. I used Italian herbs. For the gravy, onions, some corn flour. Ah, Bisto. Remember that guy's the advert, that kid? Ah, Bisto. That's what we're gonna do. Get it going now. We'll start doing the onions. Just when these are going, we'll be back in a bit. We'll put the sausages in, brown the sausages a little bit. We'll go from there. Let's do the ingredients. Flour, 200 grams. 200 milk. 3 large eggs. Some herbs to mix with the flour. You don't have to put it, but if you want to, just to give it that little bit of flavour. Some salt you have to put in. Some oil, corn flour, and Bisto for the gravy. Ah, Bisto. Remember that, guys? I put it in some cold water, the Bisto, so we can put it straight in. Put the sausages in. What we're going to do is just brown the sausages. Okay guys, while it's browning, let's do the mixture. Very, very easy. Make a well in the center of the flour. 3 eggs. Ooh, it's so hard. Sometimes they're really hard, the eggs. These are free-range eggs. Let's see. Can throw all the waste in here. Let's have a go at this one. Ah, that's a bit better. Right. The eggs are in. We just blend them in. Keep an eye on the sausages and the onions. Want to do them very slowly. Who said guys can't do two things at once? Huh? I'm turning the sausages, I'm doing the onions, and I'm doing the butter. Just brown the sausages a little bit, give them a bit of colour. Those Cumberlands are really nice, they've got herbs in them. I like them. Those or Lincolnshire sausages. Okay, let's add the milk. Just little by little, blend in the flour. At this stage, don't worry about the lumps. We soon get those out. You can do it with a machine if you want to do it. Machine also is a good idea. Just blend it in like you're making some concrete. You guys would know how to do it, but the girls maybe. I'm not being chauvinist. I saw a girl in England once, a woman. She was the greatest bricklayer you would ever want to see. And she worked with all the blokes and she gave them real stick. The idea of this is to whip it, put a lot of air into it. Let's get my whip out. I don't use this at the beginning because it gets stuck with all the flour. To be a bit vigorous or use a machine. Idea is to get as much air in it. Very easy. Anybody can do this. Let's mix I'm doing the sausages as well. I'm going to make a lovely onion gravy with bisto. Thicken it nice. Those sausages, I had them once, like a sausage sandwich. Wow, they were really nice. You can buy them here because you don't buy them fresh here. Maltese sausages and pork and beef ones you find. Oh, we've got some. It's livening up Malta already. There's a lot of people coming out now, I've noticed. Restaurants are open. Flights are starting 1st of July. Don't make a mess like me, guys. I think that's ready. If you put a few herbs in. These are Italian herbs, but do anything you want. Because that gives that little bit of flavour if you want. The original recipe doesn't ask for that, but I thought since I'm doing Cumberland sausages, let's put a little bit of Italian in there. I don't have to put the salt in, but you can put a little bit of salt. A pinch of salt in there. I don't need to put pepper because the Italian seasoning has got pepper. How fast is that, guys? Ooh. Very easy. And the sausage is doing good now. So let's give these a few minutes. It's a little bit, oh, they're brown on most of the sides. It's been in there for about 8 minutes, about 15 minutes to get that really hot, the oil. We're ready for it. Let's give it another 5 minutes, guys. We'll get back. The onions, no matter because we're going to have 20 minutes. We're going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes. This toad in the hole. It's going to be awesome. You're going to really love it. And do you know those Italian herbs? They make that little bit of difference. You can, if you can't find Italian, put some like mixed herbs in it, something like that, just to give that sort of. Look at the bubbles coming up. That's the idea. Get as much air in there as you can. Just before you put it in with the sausages, I'll show you. Give it a good whisk so there's loads of air gets inside. It's the idea of rising it. Eggs, don't skimp on the eggs because that's the thing that makes it rise. Okay, be about 5 minutes. We'll come back. 9 minutes it's been in the oven. Good. You've got to give it that sort of shimmering, like it's really hot. That's what makes it rise a bit. 5 minutes, guys. Okay, guys, coming up to 13 minutes. We're going to get that out now. Sausages are nice and really brown. Don't worry about the onions. We want it nice and hot. You can just see like that shimmer on the top. I'm going to show you. Let me put a plate here. So. Okay. Put the sausages in. Now there's a bit of a debate, I don't know what it is, whether to put the batter in before the sausages or put the sausages in first. So I've got no idea, I'm going to do it this way. Before you put it in, I noticed put a lot of air in this before you put it in. Make sure you put it around the edges. Oh, let's see what happens, guys. Looks lovely. I'm hoping it's hot enough. You didn't make a sizzling. I'm going to crank the oven up now. Ooh, very hot. The oven, I've cranked it right up. Up to 250. This is the first time I've done this toad in the hole. But I noticed Yorkshire pudding, when you put the batter in, it sizzles a bit. So let's see what happens. Onion gravy. I've got some peas. Let's put the biscuit in. We leave that simmering for a bit. Towards the end, I'm going to put a little bit of corn flour in, just to, if it doesn't thicken up. It looks quite thick though, as it is. It's on slow, simmering. Peas, last minute. It was on slow, simmering, suppose. But this blessed electric thing, you don't know where you are with it. There we are, simmering down. Peas last minute, just to put it on the side. So, it's going to be about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll come back then. See, hopefully it's raised. My first one, I've toad in the hole. Let's see what happens. That's if you have any left over. If you do a bit too much, you can make a pancake, or you can do a Yorkshire pudding. And even this, if you make too much of it, it freezes. Great. I was talking to a friend of mine that made it, so hopefully I've done it good. Come back in about 25 minutes, something like that. We'll show you a little bit as you're going along. He said to me, if you leave it for the sort of maybe 15 to 20 and put it down a little bit to 220 from 250, it helps not brown it too much. Let's see. About 20 minutes, I'll show you what it looks like. I might be doing little bits of video as it's going along. Come back soon, guys. Guys, you won't believe it. I'm so excited. It's my first time I did this toad in the hole. Do you ever watch that the day of the Triffids, I think it was, or something, when the plants started taking over. I think I think the toad in the oil is going to take over. Let's get it out quick because it's growing like enormous. I got my gloves because I burnt my finger on the last one. Normally I use that towel to get things in and out of the oven. Let's put you a little bit round here. Let's... Oh my God! Let's switch it up. Wow! You won't believe this, guys. I'm not going to show you, I think. Look at this. I think it's too big. The giant toad in the hole. It's beautiful. Everything cooked. Yeah. It said make that noise. And it's really pushed the sausages up. Did I put too much in, guys? And the gravy. Let's show you a bit close up. Peas are ready. Lovely thick gravy. I got the corn flour ready, but I didn't realise, I forgot that Bisto, it sort of thickens itself up, hey? It's like I think it's got a thickening agent in it as well. So it's a lovely, beautiful, like thick. Let me see if I can find something to cut this. Maybe this will do. Wow. Hey, this is good, guys. I like this. The day of the toad in the hole. It's over. Wow, it's very hot though, eh? I need something, I think, to scoop it out. Wow, it got so big. I didn't think it was going to get that big. I'm going to try and get it out of the sides. I wonder if I didn't make the oil hot enough. But it did stick a little bit to the bottom, I think, here. Not too bad, but first attempt. Can't. Hey, I've got enough here. They said it freezes good. Yeah, look, it stuck a little bit to the bottom. So get that oil really hot. That's my advice to you. Maybe 190. I should have put it on 250 from the beginning. Let's move this out of the way. I'm gonna freeze some of this because it's really big. Let's move this out of the way. Hey, this is like the BBC. One's ready and the next one ready. Got my fork. I had a knife somewhere. Let's put a bit of gravy on that. Wow, this is lovely gravy. Thick onion gravy. Nothing like making things yourself, eh, guys? Some peas. I remember this. We used to have peas with everything. My mum used to put the peas with everything. Let's try it. Toad in the hole. Listen, I think before I told you 100. Let's just go through the quick the ingredients. You put the flour, 200. Put the eggs. They asked for 4 eggs, but I put 3 big eggs, so 200. So you always like the same, 200 and 200. The milk was 200 litres and the other one was 200 grams. Then a little bit of salt. If you want to put some herbs in, put some herbs. Whisk it all up. Get the fat hotter than I think I made a mistake. I didn't get it hot enough. You have to get it really, really hot, the fat. Put the sausages in. I noticed some of them grilled it first. I was watching a few YouTube ones. Anyway, let's try this. They grilled it under the grill and then they put the thing on top. So I wanted to put it in with the onions, and maybe from the onions then you get that sort of fat from the sausages. Cumberland sausages. Anybody from Cumberland? Give me a shout, because these sausages are awesome. I had them ages ago. It wasn't a complete fail. Apart from the sticking at the bottom. I think that was my fault. I think I didn't get the oil hot enough. You know, those herbs make all the difference. It brings it away from a Yorkshire pudding to a sort of meal, to an evening meal. I think you could experiment a bit more with that. You could probably put a bit of an Italian twist with it. I watched that Gino on television. Do you ever watch Gino? Generally the one that, because he says they teased him because he doesn't speak English. He did a Toad in the Hole. Look at it on YouTube. He put a little bit of an Italian twist and it came out really nice. You can mess around with these things. Nothing is traditional, eh guys? You've got the basis. Put a little bit of whatever you fancy. That sauce is fantastic. That Bisto. Bisto is the only thing I think. Bisto and Oxto, they were really one of the best gravies. I remember Mum used to make Yorkshire pudding, roast. Every Sunday we used to have a roast beef Yorkshire pudding. And she always used to use Bisto. And you remember the advert on television with the guy with the small guy? Ah, Bisto. I would say it's a success, apart from the little bit of sticking on the bottom. I think that was my fault because I didn't get the oil fat enough. Everything rose good. I noticed one guy, because when I do something, I try and notice a few YouTubers. He said the eggs, don't skimp on the eggs. If you can put a good quality egg, it makes all the difference, because that's the sort of, because you don't use plain flour. And don't use any self-raising flour or anything like that, because the eggs make the rising, I think. As soon as it hits the fat, it starts rising. It rose very good, so only the sticking on the bottom a little bit. Thanks guys. Childhood memories. Toad in the hole. Without a toad. I think the sausage, don't skimp on the sausage. Get that pork and beef. Put some Worcester sauce with it or something like that. Get some flavour into the sausage. A little bit of flavour into the Yorkshire pudding mix. A few herbs or something like that. And it would be even better than the classic one. Bye guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Little funny one. I hope you enjoyed it. Every Thursday is coming out. Childhood Food Memories. I've got some good ones coming up. I thought this week I'd do a cooking one. The others are like a bit of a warm-up of the tins and things like that. The hoops were good, eh? Bye guys, see you soon. Don't forget the first video. I'm in Malta. I'm an Englishman in Malta. I go on adventures. I do cooking of Maltese foods. I try and bring you, really, if you're going to come on holiday to Malta, what do you expect? But I try and take you to a place maybe where tourists don't go. Because a lot of people say, oh, I've been to Malta, but I've been to Slima. Well, where have you been? Oh, Slima. Or I've been Bujuba. What, you stayed Bujuba for 2 weeks? You didn't go and see the lovely cliffs or Adir or go to Gozo or go to some Berzabuja. It's a beautiful place. No, I just went in the bar and I stayed in Bujuba. You're missing so much. Subscribe, guys, and you'll see some awesome videos. I take you most places. Soon I'm going to start the Lost Inn villages. I'll give them a bit of a time to give them a bit of a chance. And I go right into the villages. I get lost and I walk in the side streets. Anyway, those are coming up. I'm going to try and get to the airport on the 1st of July. What do you think? I think you're going to throw me out. Let's see what happens. Bye guys. See you soon. Hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't a fail. It was a really beautiful, tasty toad in the hole with awesome gravy. I really enjoyed the gravy. Bisto if you can use. If not, use Noxo and put some herbs in or something like that. Bye guys, see you soon. Thanks a lot for viewing me. Give me a thumbs up. And don't forget, I love to see your comments. I get round to you as quick as I can. Below are the contact details, some shortcuts if you want to come and speak to me on Facebook. Come to Holiday Malta, share your photographs. See you soon guys, bye. Thank you, Englishman in Malta.
I'm an Englishman from Malta, and I will show you all the signs. So please subscribe to my channel and give me lots of likes.